sexy people. It is Dave. It is Duncan, back from Metal Epidemic for another review. For this review, Duncan and I have been checking out the new EP from Danish metallic hardcore band Lifesick. The band's new EP, Love and Other Lies, was released on January 12th via Metal Blade Records. So, a new Metal Blade Records signing. I feel
well
like,
done, Metal Blade, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking super stoked on this.
Yeah. I feel like we should have been talking about these guys before now. Wait.
Oh, wait. Well, are you saying it almost feels like we've been on this train for a while?
I mean, I don't want to blow our trumpet here, Duncan, but...
Blow it. I love it when you blow my trumpet.
We kind of got in these guys a while ago. Just saying. Check out our YouTube channel for a review of the last album, Misanthropy. Check it out. This is their Metal Blade debut EP, which was produced by Jakob Bredel at Dead Rat Studios.
Oh, dude.
Denmark.
We're going to be talking about some production on here. Oh, man.
Also mixed by Jakob and then mastered by a Brad Boatwright.
Who is this?
From
Who is this young, talented bastard? We love you, Brad.
An up-and-comer, I'd say.
Never heard of this guy before. Boatwright sounds like a made-up name. That's right, I'm calling you out, Brad. 2024, the year where I say that is not your real surname. Let's get to the heart of things here. No, in all seriousness, we love you, Brad.
We love you. Jakob, Brad, it is the gift that keeps on giving. And it's not even Christmas anymore, Duncan, but they continue to shower us with these audio delights. But we'll come back to that production. Two guests also joined the band on the EP. Lifesick are huge fans of Mark Whelan from American death metalers Fuming Mouth, and he contributed to Rude Awakening. And then Nails' Todd Jones rarely does vocal features, so Lifesick were honoured that he dug Reverse Birth and appears on that track. Each track on the EP also has an accompanying video created to tell a cohesive story, yet also to stand alone. Lyrically, I tried to make 3 very different songs, says vocalist Simon, and that way offers our fans everything they wanted from a Lifesick record. I have dealt with a lot of darkness, death and heartache, and it's been hitting me hard. The best way for me to work with these emotions is putting them on paper. With this EP, we're excited to stay on the wave we're on right now, the band says. That way we'll see Lifesick continue to play bigger festivals and gigs while writing their next full-length album to be recorded in 2024. Lifesick continue to bring the darkness to the light.
I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
A thing called Lifesick. So a wee short one, a wee 11 minutes EP.
Yep.
3 tracks. I don't know about you, but it didn't, like, for 3 tracks I thought this was going to be like boom, 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 but initially it didn't kick off like I thought it was going to kick off.
I'm going to put my cards on the table. The opening song here is one of my favourite things I've heard in ages. Like, I am so, like, see if they just done, see if Lifesick just want to do an album of this. Yes, I will miss the stuff that rips my anus in two. Right, I will miss that. But if they just want to do an experimental, dodgy, fucking country western, like, if they want to do the good, the bad, and the ugly with emphasis on the ugly, I like, over a full album, I will listen to that shit right now. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to play Red Dead. I wanted to, like, dust off Red Dead, throw the family out, sit with the chihuahuas in the pug and play Red Dead while listening to this. It's fucking great. Side of the band, this is like an EP, new label, a chance for people to experience Lifesick potentially for the first time. And they just show that this is like the ultimate flex. Bet you didn't know we could do this. And Jakob, you've got to think. I think Jakob's been he's an experimenter.
He's a sexy bastard.
Of audio sins, not narcotics. But he's a bit of an experimenter, and he has recently had his own little journey into the realms of a kind of more folksy, arty punky output. I feel like those lessons have been brought in to assist and aid the production of every unpleasant emotion.
Yep.
Production of this is fucking fire. We're going to get to it. Park it for a minute, but it's so fucking good. So fucking good. I love the opening to this because it's literally, if you had given me like 20 chances to guess what the opening track sounds like, I would have been wrong on every case.
Yeah.
By quite a bit. Like, I would have said hip hop before I fucking said
the last
old-timey western.
The last release, the last album we reviewed, it kicked off with like a wall of feedback, and it was just like fucking let's
Savage.
go, all guns blazing. This first track, Every Unpleasant Emotion, as you said, it's like an American folk song, just really stripped back to acoustic, clean guitars, and a baritone, almost not quite Johnny Cash, but in a similar vein to his like American 4 album where he did all the covers. It's got that kind of similar kind of style of vocal. But weirdly, when I was listening to the track, about halfway through it, I was like, wait a minute. Hold the button. Pause. Hit pause.
Hey. Park it. Put it
Hold
in
on.
reverse. Go back a couple of seconds.
I was like,
what's happening here?
Am I imagining this? But on the last album, did they not experiment with a little segment of something clean and kind of folksy? And I was like, I'm going to go back. So I went back to the last album, and I was like,
gotta go back
clicking
in time.
through, and I was like, aha, hold on.
Eureka!
There's a track on that album called Necessary Evil, and it's not a full song of it, but in the middle of that track, they break it down into like clean guitars and that kind of really kind of American kind of folksy kind of sound. And I was like, right, okay, so this is them fully like expanding on that and giving us a fully developed kind of version of that, and it sounds incredible. I was just like, this could be, if they wanted to sell that for a TV show fucking introduction, or like that would sell, absolutely sell.
I am there. I am so there.
Yeah. And as you said, the production on that, even that first, we haven't even got into the heavy guitars yet, but
no,
the sound on that first track was incredible. Absolutely,
sounds fucking huge,
stunning.
Sounds huge. It sounds like a country band playing in a cavern. It's fucking massive sounding, like a giant amphitheater where I am the only person that's paid for a ticket. They're playing to me. It's just,
everything about it I loved. Like his voice is haunting and just full of like little details and nuance. It's just I loved that first track. I was like, all right, I'm in.
It's like his press statement there. Once again, disclaimer: don't read the press statements. When he's saying like that, I've lived through some gnarly shit. This is living through.
Yeah.
You don't get this sound without having seen some shit.
Yeah.
This dude seen some shit
for sure.
Oh.
But that acoustic guitar doesn't last too long, because the two remaining tracks, Rude Awakening and Reverse Birth.
I remember this.
Yeah. Here we go. It's an absolute onslaught.
It's like that way where you forget why you don't invite someone to a night out. You're like, who we've not seen in years? We've not seen Steve. Let's invite Steve out for a night out, and then you realise 3 pints in, he's naked from the waist down, trying to strangle a hobo. You're like, what the fuck? How did we end up here? Oh, Steve does that when he's drunk. But instantly you're given that horror. Rude Awakening is Dave. A Rude Awakening. It's aptly named.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, fucking bastard.
Yeah.
Great.
This is laden with a kind of like brutal Swedish death metal hardcore. It's really filthy, like utterly filthy. And the guitar tone on that track, oh my Jesus Christ, it is like, it's got that kind of HM2 buzzsaw kind of distortion to it, but it's got a girthiness to it. Sometimes sometimes the HM2, that tone can sometimes be a bit flat depending on how it's been EQ'd or captured initially, but
in the hands of a lesser
Jesus Christ
recording artist,
it's utterly,
it would sound thin as paper, Dave, but
not
We've
here.
got some. We've got some pedigree here. We're gonna get to it. Pocket.
Yeah. In terms of the tracks themselves that they've written for this EP, they're kind of written in a way where that ruthless guitar tone really complements the simplicity of them. These tracks are just straight up like bone crunchers. Like I feel like they've really focused on just making them as brutally punishing as possible. They don't get overly technical on this EP either. They don't go super adventurous in song structures. They keep it quite simple and just kind of deliver like maximum damage. And for a 3-track EP, that's exactly what I wanted. Like, give me tracks that make me want to hear a full length album. And Love and Other Lies does that perfectly. That being said, the addition of the guest vocals from Mark Whelan and Todd Jones is a very clever move because it adds something vocally to the EP that's a bit different from the usual. And both of those guys have insane voices, like kind of like from similar styles of music, but completely different tones to each other and to Simon as well. So it's a really cool blend to hear all those vocals in one. Both guests have a mix of like kind of hardcore, death metal, kind of grindcore in their style. So I feel like it's a perfect mix to add to those tracks. Keeps it really varied. It's 11 minutes, but it's one that you can just stick on repeat. Like I had no issues just playing this back to back. In terms of the production though, I think this is where it really elevates everything for me.
Fucking shines, man. Absolutely shines.
Incredible. Like we've spoken about Jakob and Brad.
We've spoken to Jakob and Brad.
We've spoken to them as well, yeah.
We've spoken behind them, behind their back. I mean, you know what's really, you know who really sucks? Neither one of these guys are stand-up gentlemen who do an excellent job.
Yeah. But everything they seem to do just seems to get better and better. Like, just when you think you've heard, oh, this is the greatest thing they've ever done, then they come back with something else that just shows, like...
It's that tailored sound, isn't it? Like, they really do seem to, like... Jakob specifically seems to have a great way of sitting down with a band and just pulling their sound out without really influencing anything.
Yep.
And I think that as someone like from a Brad position, that must be really exciting because I'm sure he's never told us this, but I'm sure he probably works with certain recording artists that record with people that maybe he's heard other work from before, and it's all the same, and there ain't much to do on it.
Yeah.
But I think there's a bit of fact that Jakob seems to be able to almost every recording pull out something kind of unique to the band's sound.
Yep.
I think that must be really interesting when it goes to someone like a Brad. It's hard to pick a favourite production that he's done, but because as much praise as I'm throwing this, whatever comes next down the pipe from him is going to be my next favourite thing I've heard from him. But like he's got a long-standing relationship with Lifesick, and I think it's proving to bear out here because I think the band are very comfortable around him. He's clearly comfortable to work alongside them, and as a result, you're getting a really Danish scene. We keep talking about it just now is fucking fire, and it's all based around people going to him to record, and as a result, that you get like bands even from further afield that are choosing him are getting something of what I feel is a more authentic and almost organic sound. You can't have that opening track without the band trusting the recorder and the recorder trusting the band.
Yeah.
You can't do it, otherwise it wouldn't sound as authentic as it is. Yeah.
I think that the fact that they've already worked with them previously as well, I think that helps massively because they know each other, how they work. And they know, and you can hear that I think like the last album sounded incredible, but I think this sounds even better than the last album did.
A testament to how good he is how many people go back to work with him.
Yeah, for sure.
Like how many bands have we talked about where you're like, oh, this production just stay there, and then the next album you're like, what are you doing? Why are you recording with it? Why is Ross Robinson not doing this album, Korn? You know what I mean? You're like why is Terry Date not doing this? Like you get into those things. Bands keep going back to him because I think they get it, and he certainly gets it. He's got an ear for these things, and then you never undersell what. Like everything Brad touches just sounds like the most professional sounding output ever. That stuff that magic he does, it's often underappreciated and undersung, is just, it's almost to the point now that it's like you mentioned, it's the 1-2 punch of quality. It's a stamp on it that says, you don't like the music, you're gonna appreciate what's been done on this. It just so happens that we happen to really like Lifesick as well. So
it sounds so natural as well, so organic. There's nothing ever from Jakob or Brad. It never ever sounds like processed or digitized. It sounds very, very natural, which I love, and it suits this style down to the ground.
So it's Lifesick. I don't think Lifesick are the sort of band that need anyone fucking with their sound.
No,
I think you almost need it, for lack of a better and more refined term, you need it right from the teat. You know what I mean? Suckle right on that tit and just get pure Lifesick. You know what I mean? And that's kind of that's kind of what you get here. There's no airs or graces. There's no fuckery here. This is, I imagine, what you get live. And I'll tell you right now, future opener or closer is Every Unpleasant Emotion. And if they don't do it, I will write a strongly worded email. They should, they could open with that track.
I would probably,
or they could close with that track. And either way, I would feel over fucking joyed. It has impact. It has gravitas. To lean in with just like a couple of thoughts above what you've mentioned, I think Rude Awakening is like a fucking buzzsaw. You know what I love about Reverse Birth is the fact that they're like that. You know what you need? You need a segment just for that fucking thick, big old fat bass comes in right at the top. And it does, it hit me there and I was like, the production on this is fucking perfect. And the band are just, they're in their element. And an EP, especially in a new label, should have you wanting more. Should have you clamoring and excited about what's coming next. It's a bigger label, it's a big step up for a band that in my opinion, deserve it. And I couldn't be any more excited. And I'll tell you right now, for not 1 second to have that, oh, well, now they're signed to a bigger label, their sounds good like that. I'm the other way around. I'm like, we're going to get version 2.0 of Lifesick on Metal Blade, and that album is going to fuck me hard.
I am so down for a Lifesick full length. The EP goes hard. I love the simplicity of it. They open it up with something really interesting, shows they're evolving as a band, but also bring the savagery on the remaining tracks. Do I wish it was 8 songs longer? Yes, I do, Duncan. Yes, I do.
They're recording it this year. So just, you know what? Patience.
I don't have any. I need it.
If only we lived in a world where there's too much music to review. Like, maybe we should travel to that world, because that world would take our mind off the fact only Jakob and Brad have done like another 40 things that'll be making their way to us in the interim. No, I'm like you. I'm ready for the next full length Lifesick, and maybe this year.
Yeah,
could be the end of the year. You never know. You never know with these things. They're a band that don't really waste. That whole Danish scene does not appear to waste any time at all. They're either recording, they're guesting on other people's stuff, they're collaborating, or they're putting shit out. So it might come before the end of the year. If it's early 2025, then that's something to already say that we are super fucking excited about. No joke. I love it when bands get the opportunity to, bands that I love specifically, get the opportunity to level up, because, and there's a like, no label is ever going to make a fortune off Lifesick. They have a sound which is never going to sell millions of albums. Which makes me happy when like labels like Metal Blade are like that. We see the quality in the musicians and the music. And that's how you get there. Hard fucking graft, and been at it for a while. This EP, if this is your first experience, strap yourselves in. Be prepared to find something that fucks.
Yeah, for sure. So, score for the EP. Yeah, it's really fucking good. I have a feeling this next album is going to be pure fire. I really do. On this, it's 3 tracks. It makes you want more. And it's really fucking. I'm going to go 4.5 on this EP. What are you thinking?
Oh yeah, I'm the same as you. Like, part of me wants to give it a 5, but I'm reserving that 5 for the album.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
Unless they find Jesus in the time it takes to record that album, it'll be getting a 5. Like I can't. Like they're charting that way. You know what I mean? Everything they do continues to show growth and impress, and I am ready for it. Give me Metal Blade. Give me that album, please.
Okay, Lifesick, Love and Other Lies, out on January 12th on Metal Blade. Links below at the band to the Bandcamp. Check it out. Let us know what you think. That is the review. Thank you for checking it out. We'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, take care. Speak to you soon.
Bye, everyone.